So here's a quick lesson for you here. So say you're in the middle of working on a current song. Maybe you take a break or something and you get some idea in your head that you don't want to lose, right? But you don't want to like go and start a whole brand new song and lose what you're working on. So for me, I just had like a basic bass idea, right? So what I did was I just simply added a new MIDI track, soloed that track, and then using one of my bass tools, kind of sketched out the bass line. Okay, so pretty simple. Just there we go. So that's really all I have, is just this very simple bass line, but sometimes songs can build from that. So what I do is I basically use some of the drum elements from the current song I'm working with just to kind of give me kind of a starting point, right? So I'm on a Mac, so I'm holding down Command, but if you're on a PC, hold down Control. And I'm just gonna solo some different drum elements. And I'll put in see what other elements. Here's snare. And this is in the intro, so I'll just, there we go. A little bit of hats, some other hats. So I'm basically just stealing from my own tune as a starter for another tune. But what's really cool is, because I don't want to mess with the song that I'm working on, right? So in order to kind of save this to work on later, I'm just going to highlight this track here, and holding the Command key if you got a Mac or Control key, I'm going to highlight just the tracks that I've soloed. There we go. And then all I have to do is click on one of these and drag over to, now you can't drag it into your library, so you need to kind of make a folder somewhere else on your hard drive, which I've done here. And simply drag it in here. And it just names it one of the tracks, so you can go and rename it. I'll just do this for now. And then once it saves, something cool happens here. All the samples from those tracks that you dragged in, and all the separate tracks here are all loaded into its own project file. So you can name this whatever you want to call your little project, and you could go back to this later when you're finished with your song. And now I could just delete this little extra track here. Oh, what did I do here? Yeah, just delete that. So although my computer's running a little slow because of the recording, you just delete this, click on solo and unsolo, just to change all that back, and then continue working on your song. Now when you make this, you could also change the tempo or whatever. But then again, I can always do that when I open up the new file. So that's how you can kind of get an idea out of your head real quick while you're working on another song. Hope that helps.